In the world's dawn, God created the heavens and the earth. On the second day, he also created the angels, archangels, and cherubim. These heavenly creatures would inhabit the divine realms. Among them were the renowned archangels Gabriel and Michael. But there was yet another being who stood out above all others for his beauty and splendor: Lucifer. He was the most important and magnificent creature God had ever created. But although he possessed many virtues, or perhaps because of them, Lucifer became consumed by pride, the vice that leads to arrogance, vanity, and self-exaltation. Pride was one of the 7 deadly sins. The proud Lucifer considered himself so perfect that he decided to create his own throne, placing it even above God's, for he desired to be like God. To accomplish his plan, the fallen angel deceived many others. A third of the angelic beings followed him, seduced by his false promises. Together they waged a great battle for heaven, but Lucifer met his match, Archangel Michael, commander of the heavenly militia of God-loving angels. To defeat the Lord's army, Lucifer transformed himself into a mighty dragon and faced Michael, who wielded a flaming sword. Yet despite all his power, the dragon could not overcome Michael, who had God on his side. Lucifer and his rebellious angels were defeated and banished from heaven. They fell to the earth and were cast into hell. But Lucifer suffered an even greater punishment. Once the most beautiful angel, he was transformed into the hideous Satan. Though he had been defeated, Satan's hatred only grew. He vowed to take revenge upon his creator by corrupting his greatest creation, humanity, made in the image and likeness of God. Taking the form of a serpent, Satan entered the Garden of Eden. There he tempted the innocent Eve to eat the forbidden fruit. With his deceitful tongue, Lucifer brought forth the original sin that caused Adam and Eve to be driven from paradise. From that day on, Satan devoted himself to leading mankind away from God, turning souls into sinners so they would never reach paradise. Lucifer, the fallen angel who rejected God's grace, will spend eternity trying to destroy his work. The story of Lilith. We have all heard of Adam and Eve, who, according to the Bible, were the first human beings created by God. But an ancient Jewish myth tells a different story, that before Eve, there was another woman, Lilith. Unlike Eve, who was made from Adam's rib, Lilith was created from the same clay as Adam. Because of this, she considered herself his equal. However, Lilith refused to submit to Adam's authority. Her desire for equality and independence led her to rebel. She left Eden and became a wandering spirit. Through the centuries, Lilith has been portrayed in many ways, as a demonic figure, a fallen woman, or as a symbol of strength and freedom. Whether seen as an embodiment of sin or a representation of defiance, her story remains one of fascination and controversy.
It is so beautiful here,
The tale of a woman who
Truly
chose
a
freedom
masterpiece.
over submission. The prophecy of the Antichrist. The Bible prophesies that when the end times approach, a sinister figure will emerge, the Antichrist. This being the son of Satan will rise as the ultimate opponent of Jesus Christ when he returns. Like Christ, the Antichrist will be born of a woman, appearing human, but within him dwells the essence of evil. At first, he will disguise himself among men, showing no sign of his true origin. His influence will grow stronger as humanity's faith weakens. When men begin to doubt the existence of God and Satan alike, the Antichrist will rise to power. He will act in the name of peace and progress, yet his true goal will be to destroy the work of the Creator. He will persuade mankind that heaven and hell are myths, that only the material world exists. Without belief in divine justice or fear of punishment, people will become slaves to temptation. The Antichrist will use his charm, intelligence, and political genius to rule nations. A new religion will be born under his command, one that denies Christ as the Messiah and proclaims the Antichrist as the true Savior. It is said that his influence will even reach the church itself, twisting the faith from within. Wolves will disguise themselves as lambs, spreading false salvation. Under the reign of the Antichrist, humanity will lose all sense of right and wrong. The sacred values of the Bible will be mocked as old dogmas. Freedom will be perverted into chaos, but his reign will not last forever. The Antichrist power will rise until the day of the final judgment, when the Son of God returns to end the rule of darkness. the princes of hell. In the infernal hierarchy, there are 7 mighty princes, each embodying one of the deadly sins. Beelzebub, second only to Lucifer, is the demon of gluttony. His endless hunger consumes everything in his path. Asmodeus, once the king of Sodom, is the demon of lust. He led his people into depravity, bringing about the city's destruction. When he died, his corrupted soul descended into hell, where he became one of its rulers. Leviathan, the monstrous sea serpent, dwells in the depths of the ocean. He is a dreadful creature whose very presence strikes terror in the hearts of men. Described in the book of Job as an untamable water dragon, Leviathan is associated with the sin of envy. And finally, Lucifer, the most radiant of all celestial beings, now fallen, embodies pride. Once the bringer of light, now the prince of darkness, he leads the infernal legions in their eternal war against the Creator. Satan, the eternal adversary. Satan is the most powerful and feared of all demons in Judeo-Christian belief. His very name means the adversary, the enemy of all that is good and divine. He was once a heavenly being, but pride led to his downfall. He convinced other angels to rebel against God, and for that he was cast into the abyss. In the scriptures, Satan appears as the tempter and accuser. He challenged the faith of Job, taking away his wealth, his family, and his health to prove that man's faith could be broken. Yet Job remained steadfast, proving that devotion to God could endure even the greatest suffering. Later, Satan confronted Jesus in the desert. For 40 days and nights, Jesus fasted. Satan appeared, tempting him to turn stones into bread, to leap from a mountain to test his divinity, and to bow down in exchange for all the kingdoms of the world. But Jesus resisted, defeating temptation and reaffirming his divine purpose. Through all of history, Satan has sought to separate humanity from God, to corrupt what is pure, and to fill the world with darkness. The final confrontation. In the fiery depths of hell, the fallen princes, Lucifer, Beelzebub, Asmodeus, Leviathan, and the rest, conspire against God's creation. They await the final days, when through the Antichrist they will once again rise to challenge the heavens. Yet prophecy declares that good shall prevail. Light will conquer darkness, truth will overcome deceit, and the once bright star, Lucifer, will forever remain a reminder that pride, rebellion, and the lust for power can turn even the holiest being into the ruler of hell.
We defy you. We will rise.
Brothers and sisters, behold the light. It cleanses the darkness and reveals our true path among the stars.